PCs, actual lines of people waiting outside of our stores to get some of this terrific stuff. Also, any people excited about the World Series sweep that happened? I figured. It was cool to be in San Francisco last night, as the city was certainly excited. And apologies to the Tiger fans and to anybody who got stuck and couldn't make it due to the hurricane hitting the East Coast. Hopefully the webcast is working and you all can join us that way. So lots of excitement happening, but what I'm thrilled to do really is to move past that, wrap up our big week of Windows, and announce Windows Phone 8 and introduce all of you to the new software features and value that our team has been working on for a long time. For our team, this has been a very special and significant project. We've been working on this technology really for quite some time. As you know, it includes a new core operating system that is shared with Windows 8. And really today we're thrilled to show you all of the end user features that are built on top of that shared core. We know this is an unveiling that all of you have been waiting for with anticipation, and so have we. So again, thank you for coming. And what I'm going to do is sort of jump in. But before I talk about the product features, I want to tell you a little bit about what's been happening with us lately. In the last few months, we've been doing some pretty significant things and work to build Windows Phone up. You probably know we've introduced what we think is our most beautiful and innovative lineup of hardware yet, with some fantastic phones coming from Nokia, HTC, and Samsung. And we've worked really closely with Qualcomm to optimize the Windows Phone experience for Qualcomm's dual-core Snapdragon chips that are in these Windows Phone 8 devices. We've been spending a lot of time and energy as well on apps. You've probably been following this news. Our app store, our app catalog, has grown to 120,000 apps, and we continue to add hundreds of new apps every day. Thank you. I'm going to talk more about some new apps that are coming and apps that we've announced recently. And back in June, we announced a lot of the capabilities of the Windows Phone 8 platform, and in particular, how we're expanding the platform so it can reach more people around the world. We're doubling our language support to have support for 50 languages in Windows Phone. And we're tripling the number of countries that can access apps in the store to 191 countries. So this fall, a lot more people will be able to get Windows Phone and experience it in their native language or country. Now, before I jump into talking about the new features that are built into Windows Phone 8, what I want to do is back up and remind you all about the idea that's sort of at the center of Windows Phone. Its heart and soul, what we all get up and think about when we're building the software. And I want to put it in perspective of the smartphone industry just a little bit. If you look at where smartphones are and where they've been, I would say the state of the art in the core smartphone experience, it hasn't really evolved much in the 5 years since its inception. If you think about the predominant user experience on most of the smartphones that people are using today, it was standardized by Apple on the iPhone, and essentially that same interface was copied by Android on Android phones, and it really hasn't evolved all that much. The static grid of icons has been sort of the standard on smartphones. Apple did announce the iPhone 5. They added a 5th row of icons, so users got a little bit more that they could do with that experience. But we wanted to come at it with a different point of view. So with Windows Phone, we decided not to use that tired old metaphor. And instead, we created a new way for people to think about how they could connect with their smartphones and all the value the smartphone connects to for them. Our way is to put people at the center of the experience. Not icons for apps, not focus on speeds and feeds like the iPhone and Android do, respectively. People are the focus of our design. And many of you in the room already know this, but for those of you who haven't tried or haven't spent much time with it, when you use Windows Phone and you get to experience this focus on people firsthand, you get a sense for how it improves a lot of the phone experience. It's not just a little more convenient to text one of your family or friends. You actually can maintain a better relationship with people because you get a stronger sense of what they're up to in the moment. it's not just having a lot of apps to choose from. It's being able to choose apps that light up and improve your smartphone experience so that what you get really means more to you. We like to think of this as the work we're doing is to reinvent the smartphone around you. Now, we made a video to sort of capture this idea, and I want to run it to give you a sense really of what our team thinks about as we build this very unique smartphone experience. So let's take a look.
We are not for everybody. We're for the individual. We're for the food lover, the movie lover, the road tripper, and the music mentor. We're for the gamer, the fashion hunter, the page turner, and the single dad. We're for the socializer, the working mom, Thomas, Tommy, the tomboy, and Tom. We're for the playmaker, the deal seeker, twin brothers, and the up-all-nighters. So when we set out to make a smartphone, we didn't make one for all of us. We made one for each of us.
That is what we are about. That is what our team is thinking about, and that's what we're pouring our energy and heart into so that all of you get a phone that was made for you. We think Windows Phone is unlike any other mobile operating system there is on the market today. It's the most personal smartphone operating system you can get, and it keeps you closer to the people that matter most in your life because of that. It's also the perfect companion for your Windows PC and your Xbox. Now, I want to jump into what I know you guys have all been waiting for and excited about. Let's take a look at the features in the product.